Hello, I'm Leann Speering with the St Faustina Shrine of Divine Mercy in Bartlett, Tennessee. And with me today is Dave Nelson. Hi, Dave.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm quite well, thank you.
Good. Dave is a parishioner here at St. Anne in Bartlett, and we wanted to talk about the role of Divine Mercy in your life.
Okay.
One of my first memories of you, Dave, is being a participant with you in the 33 Days to Morning Glory study.
Yeah.
From there, I think we would probably both agree that it changed our lives and our perspectives.
Amen. That's the truth, yes.
So talk to me a little bit about what was that your initial study, and how did that impact you?
Well, you know, I went to Cursillo in early 2010, and after Cursillo, wanted to develop my relationship with Jesus more, okay, to get closer to Him. I searched for ways to do it, and you know, by divine providence, the 33 Days to Morning Glory class came up. Joyce Birdie was running the class for that first time. And I took the class and fell in love with it. There was a follow-on class, the Consoling the Heart of Jesus, that I wanted to take. She had taught one class, but they didn't teach any more classes. And so I felt I need to take this on as a ministry to try to give this to others, to let others learn what the Divine Mercy is all about and consecrate themselves to our Holy Mother. And she takes us to Jesus, He takes us to the Holy Trinity. And then we learn about St. Therese and being, you know, the little way. It's a wonderful experience.
So you kind of touched on several of the books written by Father Michael Gately that are in the series.
Right.
It sounds like you've really stepped into this role here at the parish to lead these studies on Divine Mercy.
Yeah.
Isn't it very much like St. Faustina? She was called to share the message, to spread it, you know, far and wide, and you have felt this calling here at St. Anne to spread the message of mercy.
Well, I think so, and I certainly don't want to put myself on par with St. Faustina. Not that at all, but it's something that I love doing, and I want everybody else to have the experience. You know, I wish we could get more people to take the classes.
How have you seen these studies, these retreats, impact the lives of the parishioners here at St. Anne?
Oh my gosh, the people that have taken the classes, you know, the common comment is, you know, my gosh, how come we didn't know this before? I wish we had this available to us before. Because you learn so much about your faith by taking these classes. You truly do get closer to our Holy Mother, closer to Jesus, closer to the Holy Trinity. I mean, and you realize that through divine mercy that you know, there's hope. There's hope for us. You know, we have the ability to become saints. One of the things that Father Gately talks about in the programs is this consecrating yourself to Mary and the follow-on classes is a way to become a saint in the most expeditious way. The easiest and fastest way to become a saint. And that's pretty nice.
Yes, yes. So Dave, I'm wondering how your participation in the classes and as a facilitator have impacted your life. You talked about how you've seen it impact others.
Right.
How about you personally?
Well, like I said before, I think that the biggest thing is it gave me hope. You know, because there's always an uncertainty. You know, we know that we're sinners. Am I good enough to get to heaven? These classes in Divine Mercy gave me hope that yes, certainly I can go to heaven. And I can bypass purgatory. I won't have to go to purgatory. Go straight to heaven. Now, I'm not saying that's what's going to happen because I'm teaching any classes or anything, but Divine Mercy, it gives me hope, wonderful hope.
How did you ever hear about Divine Mercy? Was it through these studies, or were you familiar with it
Well, as I said, after Cursillo in 2010, I started coming to morning mass on a daily basis. And of course we had the shrine here. And I was intrigued by the shrine, although never really got involved with it. And then the 33 Days to Morning Glory class was offered up. And I talked my wife into coming with me, and we went to that class. And everything just flowed from there.
Now, if I were to talk to your wife and ask her how your participation in these classes has affected you, or how she might see Divine Mercy in your lives, what do you think she might say?
Well, I would hope she'd say that I'm, it makes me a better husband, more, maybe more tender, more caring. I hope that's what she's saying.
Well, I've seen some of the classes that you facilitated that I've been in. I've seen your grown children.
Yes.
And your extended family in those classes. So you're obviously making an impact beyond
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah,
your wife, but into
all
your
the
family.
kids haven't participated. Yeah.
Talk about that a little bit more. Did you feel like they kind of picked up on that in you, a change in you somehow, or were they also equally drawn to the message?
I think that they probably did pick up on, to see how it was affecting me. There was still some hesitation for some of them to step up and take the classes, but once you take that first class and you see what it's all about, you have a desire to get all the way through all the classes. You really do. I saw that in them. It probably, hopefully started with them seeing me and how it affected me. But once they got started, the classes, they speak for themselves.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's been so neat watching your family. I wasn't sure who was all part of your family at first when we first met through the parish, but watching your family grow now with grandkiddos. And,
oh yeah, it's wonderful.
Just seeing the Nelson family.
Yeah, we have 4 grandbabies right now, and a 5th on the way that's going to be born here in the next couple of weeks.
Oh, isn't that exciting?
Yeah, so we're very excited.
Very good, very good. Is there anything else that you would like to share with us, really about the message of Divine Mercy, or St. Faustina, or really just some experiences, maybe personal experiences you've had?
Well, if you're hesitant to get involved with you can pick up St. Faustina's diary, but it's somewhat thick, and sometimes difficult to read. But don't let that scare you off. Start taking some of these classes: 30 Days to Morning Glory, Consoling the Heart of Jesus, Wisdom and Works of Mercy, and 33 Days to Merciful Love, and learn. It deepens your faith. So it's a wonderful experience. It really is.
And so how does that impact your participation in Mass, receiving the sacraments, when you hear and learn some of these deeper riches of the faith?
Oh, it's definitely paid off in Mass, especially, there's in some of Father Gately's classes, he talks about the supercharged moment of the Mass. And that's when the priest holds up the host and says, through him, with him, and in him. Before, I probably would have just not given it a second thought. It's just another part of the Mass. But since taking Father Gately's classes, I really focus hard on that. And that's when earth is meeting heaven, right there. And you think about that as you're doing it. It really gets you more focused on Mass.
You say you're a daily communicant, or
I
try?
do. Yeah, I do come on a daily basis too.
Easier said than done, I suppose.
Yeah, some days, yeah.
Uh-huh. So it sounds like really you've become more involved in the church and in your faith, and really embraced it because of some of the messages
Right.
that you've learned.
I think so.
That's wonderful. Well, thank you for sharing some of those wisdoms with us
Yeah,
and helping
you're
us
very welcome.
understand how it's impacted you. Obviously, the seeds that have been planted in you are starting to grow, and you're planting seeds in others.
Yeah.
So thank you for that.
You're very welcome, and I just encourage people to take that step, sign up for the class, see what it's all about, and I guarantee you'll fall in love with it and want to continue on.
And this isn't even an advertisement for the classes, but
Right.
we can't help but talk about just the richness and the treasures within those studies.
Right, there's so much available to us in the Catholic faith that we just don't realize.
Isn't that the beauty of our faith?
Amen.
It's so deep. There's so many facets to
Yeah.
it. We don't even know what we don't know.
Exactly, exactly.
Well, thank you for sharing
Thank you
some
so
of
much.
your knowledge with us.
I appreciate it.
It's good to be with you.
Good to be with you.